Hey guys, it's your girl Alicia, aka Geek XX Chic. We're back with another reaction to The Walking Dead: The World Beyond. We are now on to episode 5, which is called Madman Across the Water. It looks like Elton might be considering turning back. You know, he clearly has some issues with claustrophobia. It looks like he might have had some pretty traumatizing things happen in his younger years. So I feel like we're going to get his story in this episode. So far, we've had a lot of backstories. We've had what happened with Hope. We've had Silas, that's his name, Silas's backstory a little while ago. We kind of already know what went down somewhat with Iris's side, although we don't have how things went with her the night that their mom died. But outside of that, you get my point. Everyone is kind of getting their time to shine. And so I feel like it's going to be Elton's in this case. And also we're going to have the group kind of collectively decide that turning back is just not an option anymore. So without further ado, we're about to jump into this episode, but before we do, you know the drill. If you've been here before and you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the fam. You'll be notified when I upload to this type of, when I upload for this show, as well as other shows like it, like the actual Walking Dead, which is coming back next year. And it also helps a girl get to her goals of increasing my channel and growing it every single day. So if you're so inclined, very, very much appreciate it. All right. With that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now.
Nature contains.
Look at those two just becoming a couple.
Mississippi is our last chance for us to all get home safe. It just is.
There is no home, my friend, and no such thing as safe in the apocalypse. What?
In short, accept the wind.
Okay, is Zachary Town actually a thing? Because if it is, once COVID lifts, I'm totes going.
I say we hit it.
Oh, Felix. Silas will do anything that Iris tells him to do at this point. He's not even listening to his upper brain anymore.
Like this?
Yeah. And sometimes the meteor makes it all the way to the ground.
And leaves a giant crater killing millions. What?
That's what made all the dinosaurs go away. Giant ball of fire. Just couldn't.
It's fine.
If he wants to learn, Amelia, he should learn.
Facts. Oh, she looks further along in this than she did in the flashback. Why do I get the sneaking suspicion that maybe she survived? Or the baby did? Okay, I was wondering when that bead was going to make its appearance. All the stuff that they conveniently found. I'm telling you, The Walking Dead could never with all this plot help.
We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're going to do if and when we get there. We don't even know that your dad's really in trouble.
Wow.
You know, he could have sent us 10 messages back at the university right now from him telling us that he's just fine.
You don't even believe
It
that.
doesn't matter what I believe.
Why are you so close to me?
This thing we're doing right now, going cross country, is big.
And it feels a heck of a lot better, doesn't it? Especially since you don't have a home
Like this,
to go back to.
stronger. To be strong. Better. Maybe that's what this whole thing is for you.
But the real question is, where is she finding hair dye to give herself lowlights? 10 years into the apocalypse, I mean...
He trusted you more than anyone. He would have listened. You know what? No, it's cool. I get it. You got your reasons. But still, I hoped. No. Joke's on me. You are who you are.
Ooh.
It's time for me to grow up.
My guy, did you even get to say anything? It's like, that was a full-on frontal assault. Woo! Hope won. Felix zilch. Ooh. I'd hardly call that a town so much as a shack. A daiquiri shack. But if there's still daiquiri mix in there, y'all should probably just grab one bottle.
When everything's burning down, it is the only thing that matters.
Deep. Yeah, I'm like, y'all have time for a deep discussion? There's like a hurricane on the way. Jeez. Get some margarita, daiquiris, whatevers. Oh, missed off. Oh, never mind.
the notion of fear is biologically obsolete. It's just the body's chemical reaction to risk. So if you can
Silence is like, dude, you're snapping.
There's no need.
You're legit snapping. I haven't said a word. Literally just looked in your general direction.
Don't be. I'm not scared.
Really, sir? Don't worry, son. I'm not scared. Why y'all standing and waiting around? The party's clearly moving outside. Let's go. Of course you fell. Of course you did. Leave it. Let's go.
I swear that wasn't on purpose.
The guilt is eating this kid alive.
All right.
Why does this sound like it's got a beat? Oh God. I was afraid that might happen. How hilarious if the walkers just took the bush route. Like literally just walked right around the trees. Please don't use your gun. Do you have a knife? Seriously, it's so frustrating. Rick and Michelle would have had those guys cleared in like half a minute. Seriously! Felix, just start killing them. See, I knew someone was just gonna walk around the damn trees. Like, what took you so long to start killing them, Felix? Seriously, how are you security? Sorry, this is not a party boat. No daiquiris here. You might as well just turn this party right back around. I feel like it would be easier if they were pushing from the back. Also, they probably should have thought about maybe making this closer to the water. I know. Everyone's a critic when you're not doing the work. Wow, these are the most polite walkers. They're like, oh, look what they're doing. Our dinner's like on its way into the ocean. They're going to soften it up for us. You know, we haven't eaten in a while. Oh, we want our more daiquiri.
You and your sister, you are stubborn as shit. You're not right.
Thank you. We resemble that remark.
You're going off? On your own?
Don't sweat it. I'll be back. 48 hours max. Promise.
I wonder if she's a double agent for the Civic Republic. Just random thought. I always got conspiracy theories going on in here. Yes, there. Your life was pretty idyllic before the apocalypse swept it all away.
Awareness.
Oh my God, how long was Boo in there? Oh.
Can change.
Oh, sweetie. Oh. Oh, you shouldn't have had to see that. Oh, that little kid actor, by the way. Kudos. Oh, Muffin. You've always been stronger than you know, Elton. Bless your little heart. Thank goodness he could read. And hopefully follow a map, I guess. Oh, gosh. Don't mind the sea of bodies, little one.
I wish I could have met your dad.
That would have been awfully awkward, too, because you would have had to explain, so I killed your wife. Awkward. Accident. Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't see that, but now you know for sure. No, I squashed that dream. Shot it. Point blank, actually. Totally shot it. But, looking at it, she was shot kind of in this area, so if the bullet went right through, possibly she was found.
Be right behind you.
That's right. He's like, I got you, boo. Don't you worry. No, we have new friends. Okay, guys, that was episode 5 of The World Beyond, and we did, as I anticipated, get the backstory for Elton. We kind of have an idea now of how he ended up at the compound, and I'd say his is probably... When I saw the flashback to him being in the box a couple episodes ago where his claustrophobia popped through, I thought maybe it was some kind of an indicator that his childhood was traumatic, that potentially he went through some sort of like, you know, being locked into the closet type of thing, because we really couldn't see much. But now we see that sadly it's just, it wasn't that. I shouldn't say sadly. let me rephrase. It's good in that that wasn't the case. It looks like he actually had a really good family life. Like his parents seemed like they were very much in love. It looked like they took good care of him. They obviously raised him to be very astute and very smart, even though he was quite young when this all happened. But that moment is so traumatizing, and it triggered claustrophobia in him because it looks like he was in that box potentially for days before they came and cleared the university. And poor kid ended up, as we saw, having a ridiculously traumatic moment of seeing his father dismembered and turned and then shot in the head. Like, that little actor, whoever he was, I gotta give him props. He did such a good job of just looking both horrified and absolutely just so sad. Like, there's just no words to put, you know, to even begin. I would say the only other person that could probably experience any or come close to that kind of trauma around a parent is probably Carl, who actually had to kill his mother when she, you know, because she was about to turn. So yeah, it was a good, nice to get that backstory on Elton and understand a little bit more about where his fears for going into the unknown come from. But as we saw in his story about how he had to overcome his fear of, you know, whatever he was imagining happening outside of the box, to finally literally breaking out of it and having to go out there and basically make his way to the evacuation site. This whole situation, you know, with Felix trying to talk to him, I mean, I felt a little bad for Elton because I realized he wasn't really 100% on Team Felix, but Felix was talking to his fears. Felix was talking to the parts of him that were obviously worried about this adventure, which are very valid, right? Because you can tell that out of this group, Elton probably is one of the more, I wouldn't say logical, because I'd say that Iris is very logical as well, but Iris has a personal stake in the sense of thinking that her dad's life is in danger, right? So no matter what happens, that's going to override any of Iris's fears, whereas Elton doesn't really have the same level of personal stake in this one as the other girls do. So, you know, I think it's just that, as I said before, Felix was playing on those fears and doubts that were already in his mind, but I think in the end he knows that this is where he still wants to do this. And now we see there that for him, he does not know how the story ended with his mom. Like, I thought maybe he found out about her, but now it's very clear that he never found out what happened to her. And again, I feel like the fact that they showed the bead, so now we know how the bead that Hope carries around her neck, we now know how that's going to tie these two stories together. But the fact that he named his baby sister and it spent so much time showing the mom, and like I said, in this scene we saw with her, she looks way more pregnant, at least to me, than she did in the flashback scene. So my point is, it looks like the baby could have potentially been taken from her. Like, if someone found her and she was near death, if she was, you know, if she's far enough along, they might have been able to deliver the baby even if his mom didn't make it. But again, as I mentioned, looking at the way his mom was shot, it was kind of in this area over here. And so again, it could have been the heart, but if it went through her shoulder or somewhere up here, her falling over could have been from shock, right? It could have been because she was already in shock from the whole situation. So just the impact of the gunshot wound hitting the ground, she could have literally just been knocked out. And then, you know, Iris ran off with, not Iris, sorry, Hope ran off, assuming she was dead. And someone could have found her, is my point. Like, it's possible she could have survived. Because unlike Hope's mom, she was shot, like, dead center, right? Chances are a vital organ was hit. But up here, there's still very much a chance if the bullet went straight through, that maybe his mom did survive. Maybe she is alive somewhere, or his baby sister made it somehow. But I'm not sure if the show is making anything out of it. It very well may be that he lost everyone. But I gotta get the feeling that since they keep bringing up this family thing with him and the flashbacks, I feel like one or both of those people are still alive. Hope now knows the connection she has with Silas, and so it's going to be a countdown to see whether or not she's going to either break and feel like she has to tell him because her guilty conscience is going to resurge, or if she's just going to do her best to bury that away. I feel like things are going to be weird between her and Silas now just because she's not going to be able to hide that anymore. So anyways, we'll have to see how that turns out, because like I said, that's going to be a very interesting conversation. I just don't know how she's going to spin that in a way that's not going to, unfortunately, devastate him. So there's just so much going on. So I kind of like that they're bringing all these stories together. It's very intricately woven. I definitely feel Angela Kang's hand in this show a lot in the way the storytelling is going, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, the only other thing that gave me a bit of a question mark in this episode was Huck going off on her own. There's just something about Huck that just feels like she's holding a lot back. And I have a sense that maybe it's possible that she might be a little bit of a plant, maybe a double agent for the Civic Republic. I'm not sure, but I don't fully trust her just yet, but that might be coming in episode 6. So until that time comes, thanks so much for watching along with me, guys. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time, see ya!